Good morning. Myself, Professor K.N. Somounshi. Today we will see the concept that is the PHP. PHP means that hypertext preprocessor. Also, we can say that personal home page. That is a long form of the PHP. Basically, PHP is a programming language that is used to create the website, web page. PHP is very popular in the market. Most of the website that created using the PHP. For example, your Facebook website that created in the PHP. It is a PHP is a open source, and we can easily download this PHP, and we can create your website using the MySQL. Open source means that it is freely available on the Google. We can easily download the latest version based on your environment, that is a platform. So this is a called as a PHP. Uh, uh, to create a website in the PHP, you must know the language, that is HTML, then also cascading style sheet. We can say that CSS. Also, you know the about the mean that you must have the knowledge about the cascading style sheet, PHP, JavaScript, and AngularJS and Ajax. So PHP is a very popular language in the market. Now we will see the basic of the PHP. Basic of the PHP. Uh, Here, now we see the definition of the PHP. PHP mean that is a powerful server-side scripting language for creating the dynamic and interactive website. Dynamic means that we can runtimely execute your website. Mean that it work as a real time. For example, if you enter some value in the form, that value will be submitted, and the action of that value get executed. That is called as a dynamic. To create a dynamic website, we need the PHP, JavaScript, then HTML, then some AngularJS. Okay, some inbuilt file is needed to execute your PHP. And PHP also useful for creating the interactive website. Interactive means that we can add the good design, uh, then add the style sheet, then use some mm, uh, feature, that is the animations, add the animated video, then add some tags, uh, some slider are there, that is called as a interactive website. PHP is a perfectly suited for the web development. And can be embedded directly into the HTML code. Mean that basically PHP used for the web development. Uh, Mean that in current market, most of the website is created using the PHP and directly embedded into HTML code. HTML means the hypertext markup language. It is a standardized general markup language, that is the HTML used to create your display the information on the web page. Means that it describe the content of the web application. That is called as the HTML. Next, PHP syntax is a very similar to the Perl and C. Everyone know the C language. That is a C is a procedural language, and that syntax of the C is similar to the PHP. PHP is often used together with the Apache, that is a internet server. We can say that web server on the various operating systems. So Apache is a internet server. It provides the service to the execute your program. PHP also support is API, that is the application program interface, can be used with the Microsoft IS on the Windows. Okay, we can see the your IS in the control panel. That is it is a server that is useful to execute your PHP also. PHP stand for, so this is a long form of the PHP. That is a hypertext preprocessor. We can also say that PHP is a personal home page, and that is another long form of the PHP also, and it is a hypertext preprocessor. Hypertext means that we design the your tag using the some hypertext or some embed your tags. Second statement, PHP is a server-side scripting language like the ASP, that is the active server page. Mean that server-side scripting language mean that we send your request to the server that give the response of the data request and pass the acknowledgement to the client's side. So this is a called as a server-side scripting language. Uh, Client side means that there are two side, client side and server side. Means that basically we store the information at the server side. Uh, Next one, PHP script are executed on the server. When the client make the request, that the request is passed to the server and server will execute your PHP request. For example, at the client side, we only submit the form. Okay, that is a, for example, your form tag. Mean that we insert your name, roll number, mobile number. Then that information, that is the input, is passed to the server, and at the server side it executed using the some PHP program and a MySQL program. So PHP script are executed on the server, and when it executing, it pass the response to the client side and it will be display on the screen. PHP support the many database. For example, MySQL is a database tools. MySQL I is also another database tools. Then Informix also database tools. Oracle also database tools. Sybase also. Then Solid is a one database tools on PostgreSQL and generic ODBC etc. Normally we use the MySQL and MySQL or the Oracle latest version, that is the Oracle 9 and 10G. Also, there is some framework already available on the Google open source framework. We use that. That is a XAMPP. Okay, so you can use the XAMPP also for to run the your PHP database program. PHP is an open source software um, that is freely available on the Google. You can easily download. There is no need to keep the setup with you. We can download your setup on your system. Okay, mean that it is available based on the operating systems. For example, in Linux, we can search the Linux related information on the Linux operating system. PHP is a free to download and use. It is a free to download. No cost is required to use the PHP, and it is a easy to use. Okay, so these are the some feature of the PHP. That is a hypertext preprocessor language. PHP version. There are number of version. In version one, that is introduced in 1995. That Remus Lend-Ropf, that is the name of the scientist. Uh, so this version is written in the C language, that is a CGI binary written. The next one, version number 2, that introduced and developed in June 1995 by Lendrop, that is the same scientist, and he embedded the PHP script in the HTML. Okay, so remember this. Then version number 3 that introduced in the 1997. Then at that time, parser for the PHP is written by JV Surajiki and Andriy Gautaman. Then version number 4 that introduced in 2000 with the Giant engine, that is a 1.0, and version number 5 July 13 2005 with the enhanced version of the Giant engine and support the object-oriented programming. Currently, we use this version number 5 onwards. Okay, so these are the some version of the PHP. So please remember this version of the PHP. Now we will see the some benefit of PHP. There are different benefit of the PHP. Uh, File upload support. Uh, PHP provide a MI decoding process, that is a multi-purpose uh, extension for the decoding. Then dynamic page with the customized feature mean that we can easily create a dynamic web page using the PHP. Mean that it dynamically executed. This will be a real website, and user gets satisfied using this website. PHP is an open source technology. That is we have already seen that open source technology. We can easily download the uh, your software. So this is a open source technology. Uh, Cost effective uh, web solution can be created. Means it is freely available and we can easily download. So this is cost effective. Cross-platform compatibility mean that we can run your execute or install your PHP on the different platform. That is, for example, we can execute on the Linux also, OS also. ए ಮತ್ತೆ बोलू नको ना. Cross-platform compatibility. No need to write the separate code for the web scripting. Embedded in the HTML, we can embed your PHP code in HTML. For example, we embed your PHP code in the body tag also, and execute that body tag. Uh, Now we see the some another feature of the PHP. PHP support for content management program, that is a CMS. Mean that we can easily load your content management system, that is a WordPress, Joomla, and a Drupal. Mean that it PHP that support for this, and we can without the coding or without any designing, we can directly create your page or a blog using the PHP. PHP is the most popular website developing. Uh, uh, for example, Facebook is created in the PHP. WordPress is created in PHP. Wikipedia, then Yahoo website that created in the PHP. Uh, mm, Next, another feature of the PHP, it reduces the code complexity. We can create your PHP in the website in a small code also, and step mode support are provided in the PHP. Solve the shared server security problem. That is a one important feature in the PHP. Then PHP file. Uh, PHP file may contain the text, HTML tags, and scripts. We can embed your PHP code in the HTML. Uh, then we save your PHP file with .php extension, .php3, and .phtml extension. PHP file are returned to the browser as a plain HTML. So please remember this. And PHP file may contain the text, HTML tags, and script. We can also externally access your file. That is a cascading style sheet, JavaScripting using the in the PHP file. mean that we use the link tag to access your external file, that is a uh, CSS file and JavaScript file. Then MySQL is a very important. MySQL is a database server, and MySQL is deal with the both small and large application. MySQL support a standard SQL. MySQL compile on the number of platform, and MySQL is free to download and use. Okay, you can MySQL also open source. We can also download this MySQL on your PCB, and using the MySQL and the PHP, we can develop the uh, website. So remember that MySQL is a database tools. We can also use the MySQL, I also, Oracle also. Um, PHP plus MySQL, PHP combined with the MySQL are the cross platform. Uh, Means that uh, you can develop the Windows and a server on the Unix platform. Uh, how to start your program? Mean that PHP. Install the Apache server on the Windows or Linux machine. Install the PHP on the Windows or Linux machine, and you install the MySQL on the Windows or Linux machine. Or you can directly use the any framework, that is a XAMPP framework. In the XAMPP framework, there is a inbuilt PHP, then Apache server also there, and MySQL also there. Okay, mean that we need to install the only XAMPP. Basic of the PHP syntax. Now we will see the PHP syntax, how we can write your PHP. Look at this example. Outermost tag is the HTML tag. Then after that body tag. Then after that we create the PHP program. PHP program start with the less than sign question mark, that PHP. That is this is a start symbol, and closing is the this. Okay, that is a question mark and the greater than sign. Okay, mean that in that we write down the your PHP statement. Here is the one example, that is the echo is the one function that is used to display the message on the screen. Echo double quoted hello world, double quoted complete and semicolon complete. Here we complete the one statement, and body close and HTML close. When we execute this program with the .php extension, we write down to execute your program. We write down your URL in address bar and give the path and execute it. Your hello world will be printed on the page. So this is a simple program that write down in the PHP. Then comment in the PHP. That comment in the PHP is similar to the C and C++. We write down the comment in PHP. Look at this code. Comment in PHP, HTML is outermost tag, body, PHP. There are different ways give the comment. Double slash, this is a comment, and backward slash asterisk sign, and we write down the statement and asterisk sign and close the slash and close your PHP syntax and close the body and close the HTML. Mean that your comment will be not appear on the your page. It will be in the hide from. So remember that this is a command in the PHP. Now variable in the PHP. Variable are used for the storing the values such as the number, string, or function result, so that they can be used many times in the script. Similar way we use the variable in the C also, C++ also. Variable are used for store the value like text, string, number, and array. When the variable is set, it can be used and over again in your program. All the variable in the PHP start with the dollar sign symbol. Yes, everyone remember that. Once again, I repeat. All the variable in the PHP start with the dollar sign in symbol. For example, dollar IT, that is a variable name. Dollar KKW, dollar Rahul. Okay, the correct way of setting the variable in PHP. Now we will see the correct way setting the variable in PHP in the next slide. So this is a correct way of setting the variable in the PHP. So this is a variable name, that is a dollar var underscore name equal to value. So we declare your variable name using the dollar sign. Dollar sign followed by the variable name and equal to value. And mean that we store the value. For example, dollar var kkw equal to 1. Okay, mean that kkw is the one position. That means that store the one value in the that variable name. Look at this example. Here example here this is of your PHP code, that is a starting stack, that is a less than sign question mark PHP, and here we store declare the two variable, that is a dollar $txt and dollar number. In that we assign the value, that is a hello word, and the next value is a 16. Mean that whenever we print your value on the your page, then your hello word and your number will be printed on the main page. To printing the your value, we use the echo dollar of txt, echo dollar of the number. Okay, so please remember that. So this is the example how we can specify the your variable in the PHP. So remember that we declare the start the your variable name. We define the variable name with the dollar txt. PHP variable is a loosely couple type language. In PHP, a variable does not need to be declared before being set. So remember that this is a very important statement. There is no need to declare the variable. For example, in C we declare the variable, that is a integer a, then float b. In PHP there is no need to declare the your variable. In the example above, you have seen that you do not have to tell the PHP what data types the variable is. जो हमने डिक्लेरेशन किया था, फॉर एग्जांपल हियर वी हैव डिक्लेयर द दिस वेरिएबल डॉलर txt and hello world. Here we does not declare write down the declaration data types of the variable. Or similar for the number also, where here we does not write the data types of the number also. Okay, so the PHP automatically convert the variable to the correct data types. Depending on how they are the set. In a strongly typed programming language, you have to declare the type and name of the variable before using it. In PHP, the variable is declared automatically when we use it. So it is called as a loosely typed language. So please remember that PHP is a loosely typed language. There is no need to declare the variable before the variable name, type of the variable before the variable name. Variable naming rule. There are some variable naming rules. Variable name is must be start with the letter or an underscore. Yes, everyone remember that. We can start your variable name with the letter or underscore. For example, underscore kkw, that is your variable name. Underscore itdpt, that is your variable name. Next rule is that variable name can only contain the alphanumeric characters and underscore. For example, A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore. Variable name should not contain the space. If a variable name is more than one word, it should be separated with underscore or with a capitalization. Mean that variable name should not contain the space. For example, IT space kkw, it doesn't contain the space. Mean that IT underscore kkw, we can declare as it is. Okay, so remember that this is a rule for the variable name. For example, here is a declare the dollar $my underscore string. Okay, mean that variable name, it doesn't take the space. Instead of stack, we can write down the underscore. Also, simply we can write only variable name dollar $my string in this fashion. Next, string. String is a variable is used to store and manipulate the space of the text. String variables are used for the value that contain the character string. In this tutorial, we are going to look at some of the most common function and operator used to manipulate the string in the PHP. After we create a string, we can manipulate it, and a string can be used to directly in the function, or it can be stored in the variable. look at this. Below is the one example. The PHP script assign the string hello world to the string variable called txt. So this is a string hello world. This assigned to the $txt, and we print the echo txt. The output will be like this. That is, the hello world will be printed on the your screen. Okay. So this is an example of the string. Then concatenation operator. The concatenation operator used to put the two string value together. Here is the text one and the text two in the dollar form. Here this is the one string. Uh, mean that we indicate the string is a double quoted, and here we use the concatenation operator. Mean that we merge the two string and print on the separate page. So this is the called as a concatenation operator. A string length function. The string length function used to find out the length of the string. The simpler way, that is, the function is the string length hello world. Okay, mean that it find out the length of the function. That is called as a string length. Please remember that equals string length. It print the length of the string. Then string position is used to search for the string or character within the string. It match is mean that if the match is found, the string, the function will return the position of the first match. If no match is found, then it will return the false. Let us see the one example of a word in the our string. So this is a string position hello world. Mean that what is the position of the word? That is, the position of the word is the sixth number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from the sixth position start the word letter. So this is about the string functions. Okay, thank you. In next lecture, we'll see the some operator and arithmetic operator of the PHP. Thank you very much.